Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's team call. It is Wednesday, May the 26th. I'm actually going to mute the line just so we don't get any background noise coming on in. But thanks so much for being here tonight. Tonight I'm not going to share any slides with you. I'm just going to talk to you about how worth it you are. And this is titled "You Are Worth It," because you are worth it, and we are all worth it. And sometimes we hold ourselves back in business because we don't necessarily believe that we have what it takes. We grow these walls and fears, and they end up overtaking us and our ability, and we are not able to create those successes because we fear and are crippled by maybe what success looks like, right? We're just talking about Ferraris before the call started. You know, if you want to go and buy a $230,000 Ferrari with this business, you can do that. If you want to make six figures in, a couple of years or less, you can do that. If you want to make seven figures, you can do that. It's all going to come down to your disciplines, and it's all going to come down to your goals, what you're able to dream, and how you're able to create that vision for what your future is. And it's all going to come down to self-belief and self-worth. That's where it starts. It can't start with just a goal or just a dream or just a vision for your business. It has to start from a place that has a deep-rooted why, and that deep-rooted why needs to be connected to your heart. Because when we come into this, we see a lot of people creating successes. We dream of those successes. We see those successes, whatever that looks like. It might not even be monetary success. And that it doesn't matter if it's money. It doesn't matter if it's fitness. It doesn't matter if it's your own time spent with others. It really doesn't matter what that comes from. But whatever that why is, it needs to be attached to your heart, because your heart is going to dictate which direction you go in. So if you're looking at your why and you're planning out your attack and you're building your marketing plan and it's not based on your why, then unfortunately you are going to go in the direction that is not towards your why. I hope that makes sense to you. But if you are completely connected in your heart and you are setting up your business and planning and doing your marketing plan and creating your calendar and focusing on people with where your heart is, then that's the direction it's going to take you. It's just like The Compound Effect, that book by Darren Hardy. It's so great. The little steps or the big steps we take each and every day are not going to show up and accumulate. They're not going to show up today, but they're going to accumulate over time. And in 3 months, we're going to see those. In a year or 3 years, we're going to see those results coming through. And it's all coming from the disciplines that we create, because after all, discipline is the bridge, right, between success and your vision and goals. But starting with your vision and goals, you really need to connect to yourself, and you've got to be true to yourself. And if you're really true to yourself, then overcoming the anxieties, the fears of approval, the fear of rejection, the fear of success. I mean, can you believe we fear success? It's a real fear. It's not an easy thing, because what we think and believe is that the more money we earn, for instance, if we're creating success based on a monetary value, then the more we're going to have to take on. And the reality of that is, yes, you do have more responsibility, but what you're doing is the same process from the beginning once you start sponsoring and helping to grow a team, because you grow leaders, and your leaders are doing the same thing that you're doing. So it's a multiplication, it's a multiplier effect, where your business actually becomes a bit easier over time by overcoming the fear of success and understanding that successes are going to free up your time in the future. They're going to give you those financial freedoms. They're going to give you those physical freedoms. They're going to give you the friendships that you want. But you've got to be able to dive in. You've got to go wholeheartedly into this business. You've got to trust in what Beachbody stands for. We have these Monday night calls on the 4 vital behaviors. The 4 vital behaviors are there, and we hammer down on them because they are a must. If you want to grow your business to a level that is out of this world, out of the park, to create the successes and results that you want, then you have to be willing to do those 4 vital behaviors. And those 4 vital behaviors are set up by Beachbody, because they know that if you do these vital behaviors based on the success of the top coaches, the top earners, the largest teams in the network of coaches, that you too are going to have that eventually. It's not going to happen overnight. You need to operate your business with the humble hustle. That's what I call it, the humble hustle. You need to be able to take the punches that are coming in, that are going to constantly come in. They're going to beat you down, but then get back up. It's not how many times we fall down, but it's how many times we get up. And you need to be humble about it. And you need to work on your fitness journey. You need to work on yourself personally through your personal development to better grow and reach the heights that you were created to. You know, we're all created equally. We all have the DNA, we all have bodies, we all have, arms, hands, brains, eyes, mouths, ears. We're all the same. We start from the same slate. Maybe some of us can run faster than others. Maybe some of us can jump faster than others. Maybe some of us can bench faster than others. Maybe some of us have interest to the left side. Some have interest to the right side. It's irrelevant when it comes to building a business and believing in yourself, though. What we need to do is focus on personal development, because I work with coaches on our team every day. I have calls, I have mentoring calls, and the common denominator, the common thread that I see are coaches who are just not believing that they can do it. Now, these coaches are not saying that they don't believe that they can't do it, but a lot of what is said, it shows the lack of confidence, right? We need to create this confidence within ourselves in order to be able to get past ourselves. And once we are able to break past those walls, we can start to see things differently. You know, we all have, as you sponsor coaches, you're going to grow a team, and you're going to have a team that's going to start growing, and it's going to start flourishing, and it's going to start creating commission checks, and it's going to start doing these incredible things for you. But then that same team is going to start falling apart as your team is still growing. And taking those hiccups with those coaches who are leaving your team because of whatever it looks like in their life is part of the ball game. It's up to us, though, to not give up, to get back up in the batter's box and to start swinging the bat. You know, the players in Major League Baseball who have the highest batting averages are also the players who mostly have the most strikeouts. Why? Because these are the guys who are swinging the bat consistently. They're the ones who are getting up there knowing statistically if they swing, the more they swing the bat, the more they're going to connect. It goes for a fighter. It goes for a boxer. You ever watch a boxing match or any kind of fighting match? These guys who are relentless in throwing jabs, who are relentless in throwing hooks, who are relentless in cornering somebody up, these are the guys who are winning matches and who are earning the top 0.000000001% of that profession. Why? Because they know that if they throw more, that they're going to land more statistically. And that goes for us too. And that's part of the belief system in ourselves and saying, you know what? I am worth it. I'm worth the time and investment in myself. I'm worth the time and investment in my family. I'm worth the time and investment in my business. And damn it, I'm worth the time and investment to pour into other people. You know, we are not fitness professionals. You know, some of us may have had professions, may have backgrounds, schooling, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. We all start at the same slate as coaches in Beachbody. If we know how many calories it takes to burn off a pound, fantastic. But it's not going to make or break the difference in our businesses. If we are, before becoming a coach, in our fitness groove and working hardcore at it, it doesn't mean that we have an upper edge. All it means is that we have more of a hustle, right? That's what it comes down to. It comes down to hustling and heart. So where is your heart right now? Is your heart connected to your business? And if it's not fully connected to your business, all that means is that your why isn't clear enough. And your why has to be so clear that you are entangled in it, and that it's not taking over your life, but that coaching is so connected to it that it's actually really thoroughly enjoyable, because now the more we're connected to our heart, the more we're connected to our business, it guarantees us to be connected to people. We are a relationship building company. We are a relationship building company to help people live, as our mission statement says, healthy, fulfilled lives. So if we are not connected to our heart, we are not believing in ourselves, if we don't think we're worth it, then we can't impact others and help them to feel like they are worth it. And that's our main goal in this. In business, yes, we do strive to earn income. We do strive to grow our business, and that's a natural repercussion or byproduct of hustling and just working hard and doing the right things, your 4 vital behaviors. But what it comes down to in the end is impacting people. So connecting yourself, connecting your heart to your brain, connecting your brain to your actions, connecting your actions to create disciplines are going to have the compound effect over time to impact people. They're going to connect you to people consistently because you're going to start to understand the processes. You're going to start believing in yourself. You're going to start building more confidence in yourself. And over time, you're going to truly believe that you are worth every bit of this business. You know, if you're hurting in any way, emotionally, physically, mentally, financially, this business is one of those businesses that can absolutely 100%, without a doubt, help you. It can answer those looming questions. It can help you to reach the levels in life that are going to help you. If you have a full-time job professionally, they're going to help you maritally. They're going to help you physically. They're going to help you to potentially live longer. They're going to help you to earn income to pay your bills that might be piling up. That can help you in so many different ways. But you've got to be, number one, honest with yourself first. You've got to paint the picture. You've got to remind yourself of these things. How can you do that? Well, I'll tell you what, if you're broke, you need to go get a piece of paper and write, I'm broke, and you need to put it on your refrigerator. If you're broke in 40, if you're broke in 50, if you're broke at 20, you need to write, I'm broke at 20. I'm broke and I'm 40, I'm 30, whatever it is. And you need to remind yourself of these things. And that might sound crazy to you, okay? But I heard the story of a guy who became a multi-millionaire. And he was so sick and tired of driving around his old jalopy, this old car that was beat up, kept breaking down, full of rust. Everybody pointed at him. And what he did is he took a shotgun one day. He couldn't take it anymore. And he just kept blowing holes in the side of this thing. Just kept blowing holes in the side of this thing. And later on in life, about 10 years later, people kept asking him, man, how did you become so wealthy? How are you living in this 20,000 square foot mansion? How do you have all these cars? How do you? And he goes, come here, I want to show you something. Takes him in the backyard and points at this old rust bucket with a bunch of shotgun shells in it. And it says, because I was sick and tired of looking at that. So are you connecting and are you being honest with the things that are really hurting you? If you're hating your job, if you just feel like you're lost, if you feel like hopeless, you need to write those things down. You need to become really brutally honest with yourself, and you need to become vulnerable with others. You need to let your spouse know, your boyfriend know, your girl, your wife. You need to let people around you know. You need to let the team know. You need to let people on social media know. Allow them into your heart. Let them see who you are for who you really are. And once you're able to allow that flower to open, you can now accept sunlight. You can now accept the water. You can now go and make more flowers, because that's what this is all about. But we cannot do this until we truly believe in ourselves, until we know that we are worth it, that every single person that we touch is worth it. And we are in a business that is lights out, recession proof. We are in a business that the top CEOs and earners in the world, I'm talking multi-billionaires, they purchase these companies because they know that these companies are the highest earning. We're also in an industry that earns more six figures income in our country than all other industries combined. network marketing does. We are in an industry that has endless opportunity, that has no quotas, that has no time, that has vacations at every corner, opportunities at every corner, and the income to help us become so financially free that we can do whatever we want. We can help people. We can give unconditionally. We can have the things that we've always wanted. We can support our family. We can grow a team and help thousands of people. Lindsay Matway is 30 years old. She has 82,000+ people who fall into her organization. We all fall into Lindsay's organization, the Bombshell Dynasty. Because Lindsay decided to become a Beachbody coach almost 6 years ago, 82,000 lives and more, many more, have decided to become coach. Think about all of the people that those impacted, that those coaches are impacting currently today, that as clients, customers, challengers, and the ones that we're in and we're doing that too. I mean, you're talking potentially millions of people are impacted because one person decided to make a choice because she was so sick and tired of being $400,000 in debt, went through bankruptcy, went through foreclosure, had absolutely nothing to her name. But you know what? Was sick and tired of it all and decided to make something of it. And we're all here today in this team right now because she believed in herself and she believed in us. And I started, and I believe in you, and I've learned to believe in myself, and I've learned to overcome those fears. And I know a bunch of you are as well because I see you on social media and I talk to you regularly. And I know that the things you're doing are impacting your life, that they're impacting your family's lives, and that they're impacting others. So see what you're doing as a whole picture, not just as what has happened, what is currently happening, but what can happen. Because if we live in the can happen and in the opportunity part of life, it's endless. But if we continue to live in the woe me, the I'm always up the creek without a paddle mentality, then that's where we're always going to live. We are built with greatness inside us, and it's up to us to take that hammer, to take that chisel, and to be able to carve the life that we want. Nothing is going to come to us. Nothing's going to be handed to us. It's going to come down to grit. It's going to come down to hustle. It's going to come down to hard work. It's going to come down to building relationships. It's going to come down to keeping connected to the people around you. It's going to come to surrounding yourself with the doers and the dreamers. It's going to have to do with connecting to your why. It's going to come down to understanding what that why can do for you and do for others. And it's going to come down to connecting to your heart and having your heart connect to your brain seamlessly so that it's not a job, so that it's not work, so that the hiccups and the downfalls are only part of your moving forward, that your failures are part of your momentum forward, that you have everything it takes to grow an organization to 82,000+ people that fall under you, that you have what it takes to grow $1 million worth of business underneath you, that you can impact as many lives as you want. But again, it's all going to come down to your commitment, your time invested in the 4 vital behaviors, understanding your heart, and knowing that you are worth it because you are. Life is not easy. We all are put in this ball game. We all rely on a piece of paper to be able to get the things that we need. And that piece of paper is so difficult for us to get. And we fall victim to that piece of paper, which is a dollar bill. And that dollar bill rules us. That dollar bill becomes our God. That dollar bill tells us if we can and we can't do things. Take your focus from the dollar bill. Put the focus into your heart and allow your heart to control your life. Again, whichever way your heart is going and believing is the direction that you're going to go and that you're going to believe. So understand you are worth it. You are worth it. You are worth it. I don't care what anybody says. If you can do this or not, you need to believe in yourself. You need to not give up. You need to work with resiliency, consistency, and above all else, humility, serving other people. That's what it's all about. So I want to open up this. Forum here and find out if any of you have any questions, and then we will take it from there. So hang tight. About being worth it. Oh my goodness, I hear crickets and grasshoppers. I love it. And frogs. Thanks, Carrie. Does anybody have any comments? Anybody experiencing any of the things I said? The downfalls, the hurts, the feelings of failure, the feelings of guilt, the feelings of fear. No? I'll try.
I have before.
Irina?
Yeah, first 2 months were really, really hard.
Why were they hard?
Like growing pains, I guess.
Mm-hmm. What did you do to overcome those growing pains, and what are you doing?
Personal development. And trying not to watch others and see what they're doing too much.
Can't play the compare game.
Yeah.
Nope, we're all different, but we're made from the same. Thanks, Irina. Jess?
Yeah. I have a lot of issues that I've learned. But actually, yeah, personal development helps me a lot. Actually, going back to church, not being there for 12 years, that actually really helped me more than I actually thought I needed it. I actually need it. Yeah.
Good. Thanks. Anyone else want to air anything? Nope.
I just want to say something real quick.
Heather.
It's Heather, by the way. Yes, I'm in my bed. You guys can't see me. Anyways, I don't know if anybody saw Jessie's post today.
Yep.
About her smile. And I just want to say that in the beginning, when Jessie was first becoming a coach, she would hardly smile. And then, like, with her, like she said, you know, working on her professional development, and then just seeing that post today, like, my heart genuinely, like, smiled for you. Like, I was just so just happy for you to have a moment like that. Like, it was so, I mean, if, like, I could hug you right then and there, I would have. But it was just so great to see, because, I mean, I've known Jessie since I was 5, and she's beautiful. Always has been. Is like my sister. You know, I consider her my sister. So just seeing how much confidence she has in herself is just really unbelievable. And I'm so proud, even though that sounds kind of like crazy, but I am.
It's a great post.
Thank you.
Yes. Becoming vulnerable is part of that process. It's allowing yourself to free your heart from those holdbacks, free your heart from those restrictions. And Jessie, that was it. Go to Jess Tronsolito's thing and read her post. You're gonna be like, wow, that's like, wow, you take for granted, you know, like what other people go through because you don't know. And now, I mean, Jessie, you're like so beautiful. It's like I would never, you know, it's like wild to me. But we live by it.
But you know what? Everybody has their flaws or something that somebody, you know, it's not always at the forefront, but it's like in there. And like I said in the post, like somebody said that to me once, like years ago. And not that it like mentally hurts me every day, but it's in there because when I do certain things, I won't. And you said that, and it actually, my post actually made me think of you today, Steve, because when we did our very first photo shoot and there was pictures, I was not smiling, and you actually came up to me and you were like, smile. And that's the thing. Like, I will at times hold it back just because that's what I see.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that was a very freeing post today.
Yeah, it was.
Good.
I'm sorry if you guys can hear my cat. I don't know what his problem is.
Your cat's trying to air the heart.
He's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, guys, listen. Whatever it is, you don't have to throw up like what it is, but just share with people. It doesn't matter who you share with. You can share with somebody in private if there's things that are holding you back, holding your heart back. That you are like there, but there's something that's just like, it's holding you. It happened to me, and I started to overcome those things, and you know what? As soon as I did, people actually started like commenting on my posts. I stopped hearing crickets. And it was like a change in my business. So don't be afraid of doing the things that other people aren't doing because it doesn't seem like it's the norm. The fact of the matter is every single person out there has their demons. Every single person out there is struggling in some way. They're going to relate to you. And that's what we need to do. Hi, Ariana. So, no one else has anything to add to this heartfelt call. Tom, don't cry, Tom.
No tears.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm gonna let you go. It's been a half hour, and if you guys ever want to talk, I talk to a bunch of you every day. Just reach out to me. That's what we're here for. I don't care if you want to share something. You're like, I don't want to talk about Beach Bite. I just want to talk about like my life. I mean, I'm a non-judging person, and I don't share anything with anybody. So that's what I'm always here for. We're here for each other too. So if you connect with somebody, like buddy up, find a pal, work with them. And before we go though, let's all smile. We all need to smile, and let's do that. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2. Okay. All right, guys. Have a wonderful night. Oh, wait. For everybody who is here on time tonight, I'm going to enter you into a drawing. Okay, this drawing is going to come up by the end of the month. Here we go. You're going to get a point for everybody who was on time today. You're going to get a point if you were here today. So if you were on time and here, that's going to be 2 points. And for every Success Club point that you have by the end of the month, okay, you will get a point for every Success Club point. If you hit Success Club 5, you're going to get an additional 5 points on top of those points that you got. If you hit Success Club 10, you're going to get 10 points on top of that. And at the end of the month, on the first of the month, I'm going to do a live raffle. And I'm going to give away a really cool piece of apparel. What? All right, for guys and girls. Yeah. So
no purple bandanas?
No purple bandanas. No, we've already gotten rid of those.
Waiting for mine.
Yeah. So thank you all for being here. You're all the best. Love you all. Let's crush the rest of this month. It's here to help people. Let's do it.
Thank you.
All right.
Got it.